A geometric series has first term b squared minus 25, common ratio of 1 over b, and sum to infinity of minus 12. Find the possible values of the common ratio. So, for a geometric series, sometimes known as a GP, the sum to infinity is the first term divided by 1 minus the common ratio, but the common ratio must be between minus 1 and 1, otherwise we don't get convergence. Therefore, the sum to infinity doesn't exist. So bearing that in mind, putting the values in, we got a is b squared minus 25, r is 1 over b, and the sum to infinity is minus 12. So placing all these into that formula, we're going to get b squared minus 25 over 1 minus 1 over b is equal to minus 12. And we now need to solve this equation. So making a common denominator in the denominator here, we're going to get b squared minus 25, b minus 1 all over b is equal to minus 12. Now what we're going to do, using the rule for division by fraction, take the b up here and then take this up here. So we're going to get b times b squared minus 25 is equal to minus 12 times b minus 1. Right, moving on with that. Expanding the brackets, we're just going to get b cubed minus 25b is equal to minus 12b plus 12. Be careful with the signs. Oh, this is a cubic. In order to solve it, I need to put it equal to 0. So we're going to get b cubed minus 25b minus 12b is going to give me minus 13b minus 12 is equal to 0. And all these questions say give detailed reasons, so we need to sort of solve it using the remainder and the factor theorem. If we put minus 1 into here, get minus 1 cubed, minus 13 times minus 1 minus 12. That will give me minus 1 cubed, which is minus 1, minus 13 times minus 1, which is 13, minus 12, and then we can see minus 1 plus 13 minus 12 gives me 0, which means if hence b plus 1 is a factor of this. To find the remaining factors, we can do polynomial division, but remember we have no b squared term, so it's probably better when you're setting it out to leave a space for the b squared term. Right, so we're going to do b cubed divided by b, which gives me b squared. But you need to put things in the right order. You need to set things out very carefully when you do this. B squared times b gives me b cubed. B squared plus 1 gives me plus b squared. Doing a subtraction, b cubed minus b cubed gives me nothing. 0 minus b squared gives me minus b squared. Bring down the minus 13b. Right, we're now going to do minus b squared divided by b, which is going to give me minus b. Minus b times b gives me minus b squared. Minus b times plus 1 gives me minus b. When we do the subtraction this time, these two will cancel out. Minus 13b minus minus b will give me minus 12b. Be very careful when you do that one. Bring down the minus 12. So minus 12b divided by b gives minus 12. And when we multiply out, we get minus 12 times b, which is minus 12b, minus 12 times 1, which gives me minus 12. When we do the subtraction, we get nothing, and we expected that because we knew there was no remainder. Right, now we need to factorise this. This is quite an easy one to factorise. It factorises down to b minus 4, b plus 3 is equal to 0. Otherwise, you have to use the idea of products on factors. So, putting it all together, the factors of this are, this one here, b plus 1 from over here, and then b plus 3 and b minus 4 is equal to here. So that means that b is equal to minus 1. Now, the common ratio was 1 over b. That means that 1 over b will be minus 1 as well, and therefore that can't be the common ratio because the common ratio had to be between minus 1 and 1. It cannot be equal to minus 1. So this one we can't use, but b can be equal to minus 3 from this one, and b can be equal to 4 from this one. Hence, the common ratio, which is r is 1 over b, is going to be r is minus 1/3 or 1/4. So the possible values are minus 1/3 or 1/4. So this has been a video to show you how to find the common ratio using the sum to infinity. I hope you've understood, and I thank you very much for watching.